Okay. All right. Okay. So, hello. Um, so, brief history lesson. In 1492, the newly reconquered Kingdom of Spain passed the Alhambra Decree. So, the reason Spain was reconquered is because of a thing called the Reconquista. Basically, European Christians thought it was an insult to their Jesus guy that Spain was ruled by Muslims. So they staged an invasion. They they won, and suddenly you have the Catholic crown of Spain. And then, right around that time, you get the unification of the two kingdoms of Castile and Catalonia under Ferdinand and Isabella. And they passed what was called the Alhambra Decree, also the Edict of Expulsion. Basically, everyone who wasn't a Christian had to get the fuck out or convert to Christianity. A lot of people did, both leave and convert. Um, But at that time, you also got a lot of people who, despite the risk, continued to practice their original religions in secret. This, incidentally, was the origin of the Spanish Inquisition. So when people try to tell you that the Spanish Inquisition was hunting Christians, hurting Christians, torturing Christians, they're full of shit. The Spanish Inquisition was going after secret Jews and secret Muslims, um, or people they thought were Jews or Muslims. Anyone who showed an insufficient devotion to being willing to eat ham, for the most part. You see a legacy of that today in Spain. You know, you visit somebody's house and they greet you to their home with this lovely little tray of food, all of which happens to be pork. In any event, you got these communities of crypto Jews, crypto Muslims as they're called, crypto Judaism, secret adherents to Judaism while publicly professing to be of another faith. It's not just in Spanish Catholic Spain, but you know that's where it mostly is associated. You also get crypto Islam, not just in Spain, but also Sicilia, apparently. Anyway, you got these people secretly practicing their religion, and they remained in hiding. They would outwardly pretend to be Catholic, but at home they would practice their rituals in secret. And the result, and this spread outward from there. And the result was that you get these enduring communities across centuries of these people practicing this hidden faith, this hidden religion. And even though, hypothetically, Spain is no longer openly hostile, they have apologized for the Alhambra Decree, and they've said that the descendants of anyone who was expelled, those descendants can return, have Spanish citizenship, free and clear. But you still have these communities that continue these ways because the fact is they've been doing this for more than 500 years now. So even though the original reason for the practice is not so much going on anymore, nevertheless, these people they maintain their sort of secret ways, which brings us to the Mandalorian. I don't know that the Mandalorian will do this, officially as the show goes on. But this is sort of my headcanon at the moment. Star Wars Rebels showed us that under the leadership of Sabine Wren and Bo-Katan Kryze, the planet Mandalore, the people of Mandalore, joined the rebellion against the Empire. And the result, as given to us, as indicated to us by the Mandalorian, is that the Empire cracked down, basically destroyed the planet of Mandalore, reduced it to rubble. And that is where the cult, essentially, that Din is part of, came from. We see in the first season flashbacks to Din getting rescued. Din is the name of the Mandalorian. Showing pauldrons of some of the people rescuing him, and they have the symbol of the Death Watch. And this is more or less confirmed in the second season when he encounters Bo-Katan. Spoilers. And they call him a child of the Watch, a weird cult as far as they're concerned. No more details than that, but they consider him a weird cult. And part of this weird cult is that you're not allowed to take off your helmet ever. No one's allowed to see your face. If you take off the helmet, you're no longer a Mandalorian. You're no longer allowed to put the armor on. It's a really big thing for Din. It's a really big plot point multiple times. And there is the location of their cult is a hidden location. They call it the Covert. There's multiple Mandalorians there in their full armor, all of whom refuse to take off their armor. And apparently, the people outside the Covert don't know that there are multiple Mandalorians in there. So my headcanon is that following the Empire's crackdown, Death Watch decided that what they needed to do was go into hiding, that they would retreat underground and only come up above ground individually, and that they would never take their armor off, never take their helmet off, so that nobody would know that there was more than one Mandalorian out and about at a time, so that they would think that they were incredibly few in number, and thus the Empire wouldn't come and track them down. And even though the Empire is no longer really a force, the Mandalorian cult, the Death Watch, the Children of the Watch, continue this practice. And sort of my headcanon is that it's sort of like the crypto Jews and crypto Muslims, continuing the practice even after it was no longer necessary for them to do so. The reason for the ritual is long gone, but the fact of the ritual remains. This is something we see not just with these hidden the Jews and Muslims living under Catholic rule. I mean, you see it a lot of time. People continue doing a ritual even though the original reason was long forgotten. Easter eggs, Easter bunnies, right? Things like that. So I wonder where they're going to continue to explore this moving forward in the season. It'd be interesting to see where they go. I'm kind of hoping that my headcanon gets confirmed. And maybe Din can lead his people out of the darkness. We'll see. All right. Thanks for stopping by. This is just a short little ramble that I wanted to go on. I will see y'all around. Maybe next time I'll rant about economics, or maybe the cautionary tale of Thomas L. Thompson. Whatever. See you on the regular show, Sunday, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern.